What's up? Matt here, and this is day 8 of 30 days of intuitive eating, created by Megan McElroan with Intention Inspired. I can't believe it's only day 8. It feels like this has been such a journey already. I already feel so much growth and change. Rock on. Nice work, Megan. So today, with our intention of rested, we're going to learn how poor sleep can make weight loss hard and cause cravings. So let's dive right in with our host, Megan, as she shares what our intention about rested has to do with our intuitive eating journey.
Welcome back to Intuitive Eating Encouraged. Today, our intention is to learn how to rest more. So we want to learn more about the importance of sleep for weight loss, energy, and cravings. We were just talking about eating for energy and hydrating for energy, and now we want to talk about sleeping for energy. Sleeping is just as important as staying hydrated and eating for energy. It's one of the main factors that's going to give us energy the next day. And I'm sure you've experienced this. If you ever had a night where you didn't sleep well, you woke up groggy, maybe you had a headache, you couldn't think straight, you were a little foggy until your caffeine kicked in, you were like, I can't even get work done. Maybe you were hungrier and had more cravings too. And that's all happening because your body didn't get enough rest. Sleep is essential, right? When we're sleeping, the brain is taking time to repair us. So we went out throughout the entire day yesterday and did stuff, right? We ate food, we worked out, we were in the sun, whatever you did, the body now needs to kind of repair that, right? So it's repairing your muscles from your workout. It's producing and repairing your cells to if you got sun damage, maybe, right? Your skin now needs to reproduce new cells and heal you, right? If you have a broken bone or a cut, your body heals you without anything from you, right? Without you thinking about it, you can get cut, your cut will heal, and you will be fine. You'll grow new skin over it, and you didn't do anything. And that's happening all without our thinking. And a big part of that has to do with our rest. And if we're not resting enough, that means the body can't send the energy to those areas to fix them and to upgrade them and repair them. And instead it has to I kind of got some of that done. It's probably going to hurt a little bit more today still, and we'll get back to it tomorrow night when we get some more sleep, right? And so it can feel like really low moods, really low energy, and a lot of hunger throughout the day. And so when it comes to weight loss, sleeping enough is important. So what does that look like? Well, everybody's body's different. I would say I recommend around 6.5 to 9 hours of sleep a night, personally, depending on you and your sleep schedule. Some people are morning people and they do great waking up at 6 a.m. I'm not one of them. Other people do great waking up around 7:30 to 8. That's more me. Some people like to sleep till 11, and that's when they function best. Now, with your work schedule and your life, kids, maybe you can't do all those things. But if you can, I recommend listening to your body in that way. But if you can't, that's okay. And it really comes down to the night before, making sure you have a nighttime routine that helps you get the sleep you need so you can wake up rested. Because when we don't wake up rested, we crave sugar for energy, right? The body's like, you're exhausted, give me energy. What's the quickest energy that you can get? And it's like, sugar! And so you go get that energy drink, you go get that sugary protein bar, you go get that, chocolate. And then it works. It's like poof, energy right into your bloodstream. But it only lasts for a little while, right? We call it the blood sugar roller coaster. You shoot up blood sugar, and then because it was a quick sugar, your body has already processed it really quickly, and boom, we crash. And then we're tired and we're hungry again. And that's where eating for energy comes in. So no matter how crappy you slept last night, instead of eating the sugary food you might crave for energy the next morning, try to have that balanced meal because it's going to give you the nutrients you really need to stabilize your blood sugar and give you some energy for the day. So will hydration. But let's say you have trouble falling asleep at night, or that, you're just not good at unwinding at night and stuff like that. Maybe you're eating at night. A nighttime routine can be really helpful. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. That's just the truth, because I don't live your life. I don't know what your nighttime routine needs to be. Only you know that. But we can make it together. So you probably have something like a morning routine. You get up, you use the bathroom, you brush your teeth, maybe you shower, you have coffee, you have breakfast, and then you go out for work, right? You have a routine. And the same way you have a routine there, we can have a routine at night that you do. And that might look like you eat dinner, you do the dishes, you brush your teeth, you sit down on the couch and you watch TV, and then at a certain time you go to bed, right? What often happens, at least I found for myself and my clients, especially with COVID, is that 10 or 11 will come around and you're like, I'm tired, I should go to bed. And your brain's like, don't go to bed. You haven't gotten to enjoy anything with COVID. Like, stay up and watch the rest of this movie. Or, like, I've had the thought on a Saturday night, I'm tired. It's like 9:30 or 10 on a Saturday and I'm tired. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? I'm only 32. I should stay up and have fun till 2 a.m. And I'm like, or I could just go to sleep, right? Like, I'm tired, so I have to listen to my body. And so it's really easy for the brain to chirp up and say, like, stay up, no big deal, watch the end of this movie, or like create reasons to stay up, right? And then that usually leads to eating because you're tired. So your body's like, well, if you want to stay up, you need some energy. And if you're not going to sleep for energy, you're going to grab food for energy. And that's where nighttime eating can come in too. And so creating that nighttime routine that helps you unwind and get ready for bed and not fighting your own exhaustion at night is going to be the most helpful thing you can do. For me, that looks like trying to unplug electronically about 30 minutes before bed, making sure that my bedroom is set up the way I want it. Like, I like to sleep a little bit in a colder environment. I sleep better that way. So doing that, making sure the lights are out in my room, making sure it's pitch black, that works best for me. And then deep breathing, that works really well for me too. So if I can't fall asleep, I practice deep breathing often, kind of like inhaling really slowly for the count of 7, holding it for 5 seconds, and then exhaling for 7 seconds. So, if you're struggling with falling asleep, definitely mention that in the journaling prompt area. We can help you create a nighttime routine around sleep if you want to. But for right now, it's really just about trying to get as much sleep as you need, right? So listening to your body and experimenting the same way you experiment with eating for energy, right? We're going to experiment with how much sleep do you need? Do you function really good on 6 hours? Do you function really good on 8 hours? And how can we get that? And it's okay if you can't get that every night, but you can get it some nights probably. And the nights you can get it, you want to be getting it because it's going to help you balance out the entire week overall and have more energy, have a better mood probably going into your day, and reduce sugar cravings and help you eat more nutrient-dense foods, which is all part of the goal when it comes to weight loss and eating intuitively and being healthy, right? There's nothing wrong with indulging in sugar, but we want to make it worthwhile and indulge in sugar that we want to be indulging in when we want to be indulging in, and not just using it as a pick-me-up because we're exhausted because we got no sleep, right? So that's the goal, is get more sleep. And you have to figure out what that looks like for you in your life. And there's going to be some excuses that come up. Oh, I can't because of this or that or the other thing. And it's really important to ask yourself, like, are those real excuses that are really getting in the way of sleep, or are we using them as reasons to stay up longer when we would 100% could have gone to sleep? And I get that life happens and maybe you have deadlines or finals week or something. So there's going to be weeks where, guess what, you don't get as much sleep, and that's okay. But that doesn't need to be like every week. It doesn't need to be your entire year or your entire life, and you're in full control of that. So I recommend taking time over the next few days and seeing, how much sleep do you feel best with, and then trying to figure out the nighttime routine that helps you get that much sleep. So if you have to wake up at this time, calculate backwards to when it is you want to be sleeping by, and then try to be in bed about a half hour before that to give yourself time to relax and actually fall asleep. All right, that is the end of this lesson on resting. If you have any questions, you can comment below, and I will see you in the next lesson. Have a great day.
Thank you, Meg. That was pretty insightful into rest and the connection to our eating. For me, there's a couple things that I like to do. One thing I've noticed just in being able to go to sleep and wake up whenever I want recently, I've noticed 8 hours is my sweet spot. So I just track that. If I go to bed at midnight, I'm not getting up anytime before 8. Last night I went to bed around 10:30 to 11, got up around 6:30, 7 o'clock. So that was perfect. That's just my cycle. So it is nice to be able to see how long of sleep works for me. And that can always change. So I usually just like to let myself wake up al natural. But you know what? That's not always an option. So 8 hours seems to be a good fix for me. And something that really helps me not continue to snack throughout the night is to brush my teeth sooner. Otherwise, I will eat all the way up until toothbrush session right before bed, and that's no bueno for me. So a couple things that I've noticed for me as far as sleep and helping restrict my eating. Right on. All right, diving into our healthy habit for today, which is to drink more water. It's actually our healthy habit for the week. We're going to shoot for 25 ounces of water today. And that is a little over half an Nalgene. 25 ounces, probably about 4 cups or so. And we just keep upping this a little bit. 25 ounces, I should say. Keep upping it a little bit. I think ultimately our goal is going to be around 60 to 65 ounces. But if we just, shoot for a little bit each day. I've been shooting for the whole Nalgene. If I can just drink this down, win. Okay, today's wise words are from Jojo Jensen, who said, "Without enough sleep, we all become tall 2-year-olds." So true. All right, get your journal out. We have our journal prompt for the day, which is to answer the question, do you notice more hunger or sugar cravings on days when you didn't sleep well the night before? We all know that everyone needs a different amount of sleep to feel well rested. So go ahead and reflect on what that number might be for you and how you can get your full night of rest each night. So go ahead and hit pause if you want to jam on this question. Do you notice more hunger or sugar cravings on days when you don't sleep well the night before? So for me, when I am well rested, I am more resourced to tackle the day. I feel more alert and I feel more grounded in my emotions. I feel more clear-headed, and all of which provide stronger willpower and mindfulness to practice these healthy habits, along with more attunement to what my body is saying. Bring on the sleep. All right, today's micro challenge. What is one thing that you can include in your nighttime routine that would help you relax and sleep better without food? Do that thing. That's the challenge. So for me, this one's easy, and it's a new one that I've been doing that has been working really well, which I mentioned at the beginning, which is to brush my teeth sooner to prevent myself from snacking late into the night. And that wraps it up for today's intentional session on being rested. What inspired you today about today's intentional session? Did you think of a friend that might benefit from this? Please share it with them. Sharing is caring. And we journey better when we journey together. So if you'd like to have someone join us on this intuitive eating journey, it is certainly not too late. Never too late. It doesn't matter where we are, each of us on this journey, whether you're on day 1 or today on day 8 with us, it doesn't matter. Whatever matters, what does matter is that we're showing up and just making these small steps towards our intuitive eating journey. So thank you so much for joining. If you'd like to connect with the community who is moving through this journey together, and there's a link in the description. You can come join us on our platform. It is fun stuff. I just found this lens. Let's see what it looks like. I'm so curious. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera. Is that trippy or what? Whoa. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you are inspired to get a bit more rest and relax. relaxation in your day today. Tomorrow, our intention is focused on reducing. Looking forward to that. Until then, have an inspired, restful day. Peace and love.